be your news anchor here today, Zuri Ball. I'll be filling in for Matt O'Brien. But today I'll be interviewing three people from the Carolinas. I have Miss Amari, Miss Polly, and Mr. Timothy. Amari. Hello, Miss Amari. How are you doing today?
I'm good.
How do you like the weather up here in the north?
It's pretty cold.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying from the south. But my first question is, I saw you had a limp. What happened?
When I was in the forest escaping, I fell.
You fell? Oh, well, I'm terribly sorry. Thank you for my people out here to help you get that cast and those crutches. First question, how do you feel being a slave?
I feel that black people should be treated the same as the rich white people.
That makes a really good sense, but up here in the north, we are all the same, so thank you for that. But next question, do you ever think slavery will come to an end?
I think that slavery will come to an end, but the rich white people just have to realize that they can do everything themselves.
All right, and since you did come from Africa, your English is a little rocky, but I can totally understand you. So how did you find strength in being able to go on the boat and then all the way go through the south and experience that? How did you do it?
Well, when I came here, there was a lady named Affy, and she basically helped me through everything. And then when I was sold, there was a lady named Teeny and Polly, and they also helped me to learn English, and they taught me how to cook and clean.
Wow. And my producers have told me that you came from Mr. Derby's farm. Well, I'm sorry. I offer my condolences to him and his family. He did pass away. We're not sure what happened. But I hear that you are carrying his son's child. And knowing that, not even the fact that he's white, but the fact that his son raped you, and you're carrying your rapist baby, how do you feel?
Well, in Africa, I was looking at someone named Bessa, and he was also taken as a slave, and I was planning my life with him, but after we were separated and I became pregnant, it just made me sad because I thought that I would have my children with Bessa.
Well, I'm terribly sorry to hear that. But thank you, Amari. We'll be right back with Tidbit, and let's go to... Hello, welcome back, Paco. I just had a really strong interview with Miss Polly, and I also had one before the other commercial break with Amari. Now I'll be bringing Timothy once more alternate to Tidbit. Come on out, Timothy.
Thank you.
Well, my first question is, Mr. Tidbit, how old are you?
I am now 14.
We're now 14 years old. Wow, okay. Tidbit, what name is that?
Well, that's my nickname. My real name is Timothy. But people call me Tidbit, like my family members, my mom.
Right. And do you ever think people that look like you would be treated better?
As I was younger, I never really thought of that. But my mom told me to have hope, and hopefully it'll be better in the future.
Okay, next question. How did you get stronger knowing that you had to be safe for the rest of your life?
Well, I would spend time with my mom, and I would hear the talks that Amari and Polly would have. That really helped me out.
Go ahead. So I heard when you were younger, Clay, Mr. Derby's son, he and his friends had an alligator pit, and they decided to bring you over there. How did you feel when Clay put you over his shoulder right here and dragged you and threw you into the water?
I was really scared when Clay put me over his shoulder. I didn't know what to expect, but every time he did it, I thought I was gonna die.
Wow, that's really harsh. But thank you, Tidbit. And that's our end for our little interview thing. So let's thank our guests, Miss Polly, Amari, and Tidbit. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
And Polly. Come on out, Polly. Well, my first question is, ma'am, how old are you?
I'm 15.
You're 15 years old. And your name is Polly?
Yes.
Okay. So my first question is, how do you feel being an indentured servant?
I don't like being an indentured servant because I feel like I'm a slave. And, slaves are African American. I'm not black, I'm white. I should be treated better.
Wow, and how long are you going to be doing this indentured servant thing? But to let you guys know, being an indentured servant is you have to be a servant for a certain amount of time, not for the rest of your life like a slave does.
I have to be an indentured servant for 15 years.
That's a lot. And you're 15 now, so you're probably going to be done when you're around 30?
Yes.
That's pretty sad. But do you ever think slavery would come to an end?
I think that like African Americans will rebel and slavery will be over.
Wow. And since I heard that your parents died. I'm very sorry. And since they died, you had to take on their years.
Yes.
So how did you get stronger?
Well, like once I met Amari and Tidbit and Teeny, I felt like I've only been stronger with Amari and Tidbit by my side. We had our arguments, but I knew I always would stick with them.
All right. And the final question is, in the beginning when you first met Amari, I understand that you were already working for the Derbies, and then she came. Why did you hate her so much? Like, she didn't do anything to you. She's a poor slave now. A girl taken from Africa, and you so much hatred towards her. I don't understand.
Well, ever since I was little, I've always hated black people because my parents told me that black people were just no good. Black people were just no good, and I just felt like once I met Amari and I met Tidbit and I met how like they're slaves, I felt like I'm just one of them. Everybody's equal. And
all right, that's a really strong point of view from a 15-year-old.
This should be bloopers at the end, you know what I mean?
Okay, are you serious?
I'm sorry, I have to go to class. You can pass with them. So I can't pass them.
Alright, are we sorry, Miss Paco Town? Our first question: how do you feel being a slave?
I'm a slave.
You're a slave. Wow, even worse. So, how do you feel being a slave?
That's just so important.
Let's go! Oh my gosh! Let's go! Good morning, Paco Town. I'll be your anchor. Am I correct? All right. Next question. Do you ever think people that look like you would be? Let's go.